What is up, everybody? It is EJF84 here. Welcome back to another video. Not sure why I'm making this exact video, to be completely honest with you. Jimmie Johnson, 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, 83-time winner in NASCAR's greatest division, my personal favorite driver since I began watching NASCAR in 2014. And I was very optimistic whenever Jimmie announced that he was coming back to the sport in 2023 to run a part-time schedule for Legacy Motor Club. I knew he probably wasn't going to do the greatest in the world, but I was just glad to see him back out there, and I still am to this day. But let me tell you, it has been an absolute nightmare to see that 84 car only on screen when he's wrecking week after week. But this video is just going to be showcasing the struggles that Jimmie Johnson has had in the next-gen car. Call me crazy. I'm not sure why I'm making this video, but I hope you guys enjoy.
Two Chevrolets behind you. Getting stacked up on the inside. Not at all. Here comes Stenhouse. Big shove by Larson.
And around goes the three. Crash in turn 3.
That fast. Unbelievable.
And that will decimate roughly half the remaining field.
It all starts when you do the crossover. Jimmie Johnson, heavy damage for him. Doing everything he needed to do to be a part of this finish.
Christopher Bell drops in, and Dillon may have got a shot from William Byron. Maybe not. Not sure from that angle, but up he went and down he came.
Dillon got in the back of Busch and had to check up. When he did, it stacked William and everybody up behind him. They turned him. The rest is history. Clean air is so important. That's why these drivers are fighting tooth and nail for those early positions. Huge dive bomb.
Noah Gragson up 2 spots on the first lap. Kyle Larson up 3.
That was Allmendinger, really dove it in. Uh-oh, Keselowski. Caution. Well, here it is. Didn't know if it was going to happen, sure enough.
And Jimmie Johnson in the pit lane.
Right rear down on him.
Oh. Multiple contact between turn 19 and 20. Puts us under caution after lap 1. Jimmie Johnson made it back around to the pits to make repairs after this.
You see him get loose there in turn 2, and once it started, it never stopped. Couldn't catch it.
From Joey Logano's view.
Low down the back.
7-time champion Jimmie Johnson goes around at Charlotte. The first caution flag of the night waves in Daytona, up in turns 3 and 4. And Jimmie Johnson is caught up right in the middle of it. He had dropped to the back of the lead draft to protect his qualifying position. He had 8 seconds on Anthony Alfredo back in the field, who had lost the draft. But where Johnson was where Daniel Hemrick got up and into the wall. Here's the melee.
It's all why these groups were starting to connect again and catch one another.
Well, you see the 9 car come up. You see the flames come out of the 54 car right here. You saw the flames come out, and it checks the whole lineup.
4 wide.
Yes.
They start checking up. Accordion. Stenhouse gets in the back of Hemrick. And then the worst one was Jimmie Johnson. That spotter says clear up. You better be there.
Oh, crash! 2 cars slam together, and Harrison Burton takes a wild ride through the grass and up into more traffic, gets tagged, turned around, and 5 cars are in it. The green and white car, and Brad Keselowski and he make contact.
Keselowski got to his rear bumper, just took a little bit of a love tap, turned him sideways, kind of looked to me like he was on the left corner of that bumper, turned him right down into Harrison Burton.
Well, and it's just what we were talking about, Clint, with everybody trying to feel out exactly what their cars were doing, and those guys in the middle didn't have anything to do with the handling. So, you know, you see Brad into the back. Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Clint. The 42 car of John Hunter Nemechek just got up a little higher. Brad was probably trying to stay square and being pushed by the guy behind him, and they just got a little bit offset right there.
Austin Dillon, Jimmie Johnson among those with damage in this one.
One of those two ends is going to be out of balance.
Car in the wall, turn 2.
Yeah, here we go, guys. I mean, this is
Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah. This is what happens to this racetrack, and this is what we were talking about with Jimmie. It's so hard.
Guys, we'll get back up.
See if we can get a replay.
Yeah, I didn't see it start. When I saw it, he was already up and in the wall. Here you go.
I think he got loose on him getting in, and he had to chase it up the racetrack. Ran out of real estate.
Well, this is the part that I think they may have underestimated a little bit with being able to come to the racetrack and drive these cars. They take such a different driving style than the cars that Jimmie used to race.
As soon as he lived out of the gas, came around on him, got loose.
Jimmie Johnson spun coming off turn number 4 to put us under the first caution flag of the day. Watch the 84.
Oh yeah, he's sideways before he even came into the camera frame. So just got to be really careful with this car. There's a huge bump in the middle of 3 and 4 down there. When you run higher up the racetrack, it'll just bounce the car, and all of a sudden it'll be around probably on those limiters.
Jamie?
Yeah, to your point, I just listened to Jimmie Johnson's radio. He said, I'm just awful through the bumps. It's not bottoming out, but it's just awful up there. And you see what happened there once he hit it.
We really thought that William Byron would drive all the way through the field. His car looked so strong yesterday.
Trouble, turn 2. And down goes Jimmie Johnson. 2 cars still up at the wall in a 3-car pileup in the middle of 1 and 2. You're riding with Johnson.
Looking outside, looking outside.
I don't think he got clipped, right? I don't know why, but.
So you're riding with LaJoy.
See the tire smoke up there on the outside? I think it was tire. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Well,
you're looking in the background of a deal.
You definitely see the smoke.
Something, right?
Yeah, you definitely see the smoke up there, and I think Jimmie saw that smoke, and the 7 car of Corey LaJoy was right on his bumper.
That was a great launch by the 11 car, Denny Hamlin.
Oh, and into the turn 1 wall early. The 22 of Logano and the 24. It can't be the 24. 84 of Jimmie Johnson.
A lot of 3 wide guys blocking. It's 77.
The 12. 12 was sideways. Looks like he hit someone.
Yeah, but watch right here. See that in 3/4 of the way back, Hocevar in the middle trying to make it 3 wide. They're coming to the corner. Everybody's got to start slowing down and trying to get to their line. Blaney doesn't know he's there, pinches him off. That's where it starts.
Wow, there's already an incident at the back of the pack. Josh Berry is one of the cars.
Lock it down.
Mentioned Josh Berry, the 16 as well. Ty Dillon, we saw him spinning around. My eyes are peeled for the 9 of Chase Elliott to see if he got through the mess. Remember, he was back there as well. Because of that required engine change, I think he was fortunate enough to sneak through. There's Chase. Doesn't look like any damage on the 9, but that had to have the hearts racing of the fans for Chase Elliott and for sure the crew. Let's see what happens, Jeff. As always, crazy 2, 3, 4 wide in the back.
Berry's down on that low side. Look at Ty Dillon. Buscher checks up. Harrison Burton was in the middle there as well, and Jimmie Johnson making contact with Ty Dillon.
Well, there it is, everybody. The fact that out of 12 races that Jimmie Johnson has run, I had enough crashes to make up a 10-minute video was definitely painful. But here are Jimmie Johnson's 2023 stats. 0 wins, 0 top 5, 0 top 10s, 0 poles, an average finish of 35.33, an average start of 35.7, 2 out of 3 races he had DNF'd out of, and he only finished 46% of his laps with a best finish of 31st. 2024, 9 races, 0 wins, 0 top 5, 0 top 10s, 0 poles, an average finish of 30.56, an average start of 28.3, 2 DNFs, I suppose that's a little better, a high finish of 26th, although he was running in 11th before he was taken out in Indianapolis. Now, Jimmie Johnson, especially in the case of 2024, a lot of the wrecks he was involved in were not his fault, but that does not change the fact that it has been a complete and utter disaster for the 84 car in these last few years. However, I will continue to support Jimmie Johnson no matter how much he continues to struggle on the racetrack, and regardless of how many times he wrecks, I will continue to wear my 84 merch proudly and just cry in the corner. But guys, this is EJF84. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.